Hi guys, welcome to the Humble Black Girl. Here we celebrate the beauty, the strength, and the resilience of the Black girl journey, embracing every shade of melanin. Here we share stories, experiences, and spread positivity. In today's video, I wanted to talk about navigating toxic family issues. Now, growing up as young Black women, a lot of us are exposed to the toxicity in our family, whether it's the gaslighting of our mother, people not listening to us when we set boundaries, and anything in between. A lot of this time, these issues were in the family before you even came. I hate to see girls just internalize it and be like, oh, maybe it's me. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm the problem. And I want to let you know that most of the time, you're not the problem. A lot of the times in the Black community, we have people who can't even express themselves or talk to each other in a respectful manner. And it even starts with your own mother and father. So just understand that these issues were here before you were even born. And this is what you call generational dysfunction, where everybody in the family just feels like they can talk to each other anyway. They can break your boundaries, not respect you, not respect your independence, always feel like you have to depend on them or depend on them for something that you need. And I want to let you know that you don't have to live in that no more. You don't have to be the one to coddle your parents to make them feel comfortable when you're the one hurting inside. It's really time for you to step up for yourself, embrace your individuality, and get out of that mess. Because one thing about it is staying in that mess is not going to help you at all. So I'm glad that you took this step to navigate and understand, what is this? Why is my family acting like this? What is this generational dysfunction? And a lot of people want to know, like, why does this happen? Why does this happen? And the first thing I can say, a lot of times this happens is because of the hurt and pain in other people. Believe it or not, our parents go through their own journey and they have their own hurt through life. A lot of them are still fighting these demons that they don't necessarily even know how to fight. And a lot of the times, and unfortunately, growing up as a young Black girl, it is taken out on you. So that's something that's very unfortunate, and I hate to see young girls go through it, but it's just the reality of life. People project their failures onto you. And I see that a lot with girls who have very overbearing parents who don't let them think for themselves, parents who are constantly neglecting what you need from them in order to feel loved and adored as a young woman. And it's not fair, and I understand the hurt and pain. I want to let you know that I relate with you, and I understand how that feels, just growing up and feeling like you're alone and you have no emotional support. You have nobody there for you. And it feels very unfortunate. You feel like you're the only one going through this. And I want to let you know that you're not. One thing I realized when dealing with relationships like this, or being in a family where this is prevalent, is that you got to set boundaries for yourself. You got to separate and heal. The reason why I say you have to separate and heal is because you cannot heal in the same environment that hurts you. You need to withdraw yourself, whether that mean moving, whether that mean actually taking the responsibility of developing yourself on your own, and maybe going and stay by a friend for a couple months just to get your head in a clear space. Then do that. I'm all for that. You have to stop and find yourself when you get in situations like this. When you have situations where your parents have been toxic to you for so long, or you just can't find yourself no matter how hard you're trying because you feel like the generational dysfunction is just overbearing, you have to separate and heal yourself. Again, you cannot heal in the same environment that hurts you. And the way that you separate and heal yourself is by setting boundaries and telling people around you, no, I refuse to go through this. I refuse to sit through this. I refuse to be a punching bag. I refuse to just always go with what you guys say. I have my own choices. I have my own views on things. I see things totally differently. And that's a healthy way of going about it. I know a lot of us as young Black women, we may be scared to talk to our family. We may be scared to set boundaries. But this is what a healthy relationship looks like. What relationship does not have healthy boundaries? What relationship doesn't have rules and regulations to make everyone feel loved? And the harsh reality is, if they do not want to respect your boundaries and respect the fact that you're finding yourself, then you have to maybe cut them off. And that is a harsh reality. And I don't recommend doing that because every family has their own issues. But if it's to the point where it's just constant disrespect, constant overbearing, constant just disrespect and putting up with people's backhanded comments, the passive aggressiveness, if it's got to that point, you do need to separate yourself and push boundaries that is going to better help you as a young woman move forward. A lot of the times people downplay the toxicity of having parents that just don't let you express yourselves. I mean, 99% of the problems we look at in today's society is people who are suffering with childhood trauma. So we can't just downplay and be like, oh, childhood trauma, get over it. Get over it. It's just something you don't need to even worry about. When 99% of the people are messed up people because of their childhood, a lot of the stuff, they still haven't fought their own demons. And it really takes a special individual to grow up and to be like, no, I am going to tackle my demons. No, I'm not going to let this happen where I'm a pushover and damn near a slave to my family and their desires. And I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be the best woman that I can. I'm going to keep pushing forward and I'm going to conquer this demon that seems to want to conquer me. You know, so that being said, ultimately, how we're going to do this is we're going to step back. Like I stated before, we are going to find a place of solitude, find a place of refuge that I can go to as a woman, whether it's painting, whether it's actually removing myself from the situation, whether it's actually just sitting with myself, whether it's actually, even if it's at nighttime, I get to think and I get to lay down on my bed. I'm going to go into that place of solitude in my mind and I'm going to come up with a plan, because I know if I don't come up with a plan, the people around me cannot help me. They are already in dysfunction. They are already fighting for their lives. So I need to become accountable for myself. And then a lot of the times growing up as a young Black woman, you're just faced to just go through things, just go through life, just keep going and fighting. And your nervous system is literally not even functioning properly, to the fact where you're always under constant anxiety. You don't even know what it feels like to feel normal anymore. And that's a horrible place to be. And that's why I said there needs to be a separation. You need to relax your nervous system. So I always tell you, if you're a girl and you've been through constant stress and you're just stress after stress after stress, and you just feel like you need to take a year off. Let's say you're a college girl, you're going to college, you just came from a toxic family and you're going straight to college. You have no idea what you want to be. You have no idea where you want to go in life. All you know is your life was filled with stress and you don't have a chance to think for yourself. And all of a sudden, boom, you're under debt. Now we're living in this capitalist society where I already grew up in a place where I'm already stressed out. I don't know what to do. Now I have all this debt on me. My nervous system is messed up. And that's why I encourage you girls to take a year off and just get into your own womanhood, understand your own self, and see, what do I want to do? Not what do my parents want to do, not what does my sister want me to do, not think about the family legacy, but what do I want to do personally? Where does my individuality come in this? What is my intuition telling me? Because a lot of the times we don't have time to just really sit down and just listen to ourselves. When have you heard your own voice? I want to ask every girl that, when have you heard your own voice? When have you heard your own voice without your mother coming and downplay it? When have you heard your own voice without your father coming and tell you it's not good enough? When have you heard your own voice without your toxic friends telling you that you can't do it? Shut those people out and listen to your own voice. So that's what I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I can't wait to see you guys again.